Hi Sagittarius, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for May 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant, and Sagittarius Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. At the end of the reading, I'm pulling a gemstone crystal for you from my velvet bag of gems, and we'll see what my spirit guides say is a great stone for you to work with and carry and use in the month of May. So we'll see what comes up there. All that being said, Sagittarius, now on to your May 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have that comes up here, Sagittarius, is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups could be a water sign, male or female. This would either be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Keep in mind, Sagittarius, this could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a water sign. I get that you're thinking about how things can change and what you can do to make effective change in your life. Some of you are having serious doubts about a relationship. This could be a love relationship that you're in, or it could be some other type of relationship, a friendship relationship, a business associate or partnership relationship, a family relationship, but you have some serious doubts about some relationship in the month of May. And I feel like you're asking a lot of questions and you may be feeling them out, like, are they telling the truth? Are they lying? Or how do they feel? What are their plans? What's going on with them? Not sure exactly what your questions are, but you're going to be asking them a lot of questions. And in some regards, I feel that some of you are doing your darndest to figure out and think about how this got to where it is, either the relationship or how the person, that could be the Page of Cups, got to where they are right now. I do see you doing that. In some regard, for some of you, it may be in love, because I get for some of you, you may feel like this person has made you feel insignificant or insecure, or both, by their actions, words, deeds. For some of you, whoever this person is to you, I don't feel like you really trust what they're saying to you anymore. You don't trust them anymore. You may also feel like they're giving you the runaround. You know, you could be on an emotional seesaw with them, or they're giving you double talk or jerking you around. But I get giving you the runaround. My guides are saying they're doing that to you. Now, maybe you don't feel that they're doing it to you, but my guides are saying they are doing it to you. So very likely you feel that they are. You may feel like, yeah, there's a kernel or a grain of truth in what they're saying, but then the rest of it is smoke and mirrors. So yeah, there could be some element of truth of stuff they're telling you, but then you feel like the rest of it is an illusion or a lie, or, you know, being misrepresented. They may look at you like they think you're a pushover. I don't want to say that to upset you, Sagittarius, but they may think that you're a pushover or you're easy to get things over on. They may be looking at you like that. You may be looking at them like you think they're off balance, or they're not completely right, or like maybe you think they have a wicked vein running through their mind. I don't know, but it doesn't look great there with that person. But next card you have here hopefully will be better. You have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is parties, gatherings, celebrations. Could be you attending a party, you throwing a party. It could also be three sisters, three females, three friends. It could be help from friends. Could be a celebratory conclusion to something that was going on in your life. Some of you are going to be thinking of moving out from where you are and getting a bigger place. This could be a place that you're living, could be a place that your workplace even. I get like you may feel like something about your life feels confined. The walls may feel like they're closing in on you, even if you live in a big space. It could have to do with other things. If it's not, this could also be metaphorically speaking, Sagittarius. If you're not feeling that way about your living environment or your work environment, this could be in your own, like your own self. You could feel like, you know, to do with that relationship or to do with too many things going on in life. And you may feel like confined, pressured, too many things going on, things closing in on you. Because this is not a card of moving. I'm actually surprised these messages are what is coming up with the Three of Cups. But as I always say, I don't know if I always say it, I'm sure I've said it over the past 5 years I've been here on YouTube, that sometimes what my guides tell me don't match the book definition of a tarot card. Yeah, and I get this feeling like you don't think you've been treated fairly, and you may have some kind of bewilderment or wonderment about how this kind of treatment or how some of the things have gone on as long as they have. And wherever you feel like you haven't gotten a fair deal or like been treated fairly, that could be at work. It could be with family members. It could also be in a love relationship or even with friends and social aspects. I do feel like you need some solace and some quiet time to yourself to really ponder and think and sort some things out. I do feel that's going to be necessary for you. And I do feel you may have a sense of feeling like you have too much on your plate. Like there's too many things a lot of things you need to do, a lot of things you need to complete in May. It's like you have to get out of your head. You have to get out of the space you're in and get some fresh air and walk about and see some sights. And if you have friends that you can get together and socialize with, that would be good for you. It's like, you know, even though I do get you need some time to sort some things out in isolation, but also conversely, not forever. That's only for a brief period of time or whatever's going to work for you. But after that, then you need to go out and, shake the cobwebs out of your hair and like get, being more social would help you. So the next card you have here, Sagittarius, is the Five of Swords. And this is a card that means standing your ground, standing up for yourself, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. Could also be if you're in a battle with someone or something, it could be that, if you find yourself in that situation, that you would win. I feel like you're going to be going through a lot of channels of diplomacy. There's a lot of May feels like, I don't know how else to explain that. Let me see if my guides can give me another message. It's like because you have to do what's right. And I feel like you're going to have to submit papers and documents and follow the right channels and protocols and things that are going on for you. This could have to do with your property. If you're trying to sell a property, buy a property, it could have to do with that. It could have to do with if you have to submit anything like important paperwork or documents to a business or the government or whomever, you're going to have to operate by going through proper channels. That comes up here. And I see you making some kind of map or some kind of schedule or map where you're going to have to go through plan A to plan B to plan C. That kind of energy comes up here too. And you may be very forceful and say, you may be standing up for your rights and saying, I'm not going to let somebody take this away from me. Whatever, if you feel like somebody's infringing on your rights or trying to take a job away from you or a property or money or I don't know, because it comes up as rights, but I don't feel like you're going to be not letting anybody take anything from you in May. I do feel, however, you are going to go through the channels and the right protocols and follow rules and regulations. And if you do have to submit any document or paperwork of any sort, I feel that you are going to be, doing it in the right manner, not trying to like skip over things or pass it off or not care. I feel like you are going to be, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say following the letter of the law, whether the law is put forward by a particular company or whether it's by the government or whatever structure you're dealing with here, whatever work or whatever this is involving, this Five of Swords. You will be following protocols. Some of you are going to have to give some kind of explanation, testimony, or talk, could be a speech or a talk, in front of a group of people. Some of you are going to have to do that. And you have to be honest, and I feel like you are going to be honest with when there's situations or things that come up where you don't know the answer, or something happened, or there was some issue or thing you didn't know about. You're going to have to say that you didn't know. So the next card you have here, Sagittarius, is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a paternal figure or strong male figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're coming from you, but it's actually coming from the Emperor. This could be a father figure, grandfather, great-grandfather, uncle. It could even be somebody in the living. This could also be a husband, an ex-husband, a boss, an ex-boss, brother. But it would be a strong male figure to you. That's how I read the Emperor. The Emperor is trying to figure in here prominently. I do feel the Emperor would like you to see you get what you deserve, whether it's money, a job, new love, a property. They're like rooting for you. If something got shut off, closed down, closed off, and there wasn't enough information that you needed, I feel like the Emperor is trying to like help you, maybe somebody trying to help you get something back opened up again. If you had any legal cases and they were, like closed off or stopped or stuck or stalled, or there was some kind of negotiations or some important information or things that you need that got shut down or closed off or kept away from you, I feel like the Emperor, whether they're in the living or in the deceased, because they could be trying to help you out from the other side, is trying to help get this like released or opened, reopened, information you need to come out and to come to you. The Emperor may have had some problems where they got fixated on certain things and they may not have felt mentally or emotionally right in some way, maybe even physically. Maybe they had physical problems as well. But I don't know that that's circling around them now. It could be, but this could have been their situation in the past. You may look at the Emperor like they may have been a burden to you or are still. Something like, I feel like you're doesn't mean you didn't care about them or like them or love them or whatever. It doesn't mean that. It just means you may have felt like things that were wrong with them or things they were up to or issues they had somehow became a burden to you. You may still be dealing with this burden now. I do feel like they want forgiveness from you. I do feel that they want you to see you get what you deserve, but that makes it sound negative. I don't feel that they want negative things for you. That's not how it comes up. Even though I feel some of you have felt like that the Emperor was a trying person or they were a burden in some ways. Now, but that could have been the past, but there still could be going on. It's hard to tell in a general reading here. So now your last card of the 5 cards is the 3 of Rods. And this is a good card, Sagittarius, because the 3 of Rods is success. You could be waiting patiently for success to come in, letting go of something so success can come to you. It could also be You could be at the beginning of a business venture or beginning something that will be successful. I do feel you're going to have gratitude expressed to you, and also some kind of payment of money comes to you. Now, whether you get that money in May or not, that will differ for all of you, because timing will be different for everyone. As I say repeatedly over the 5 years I've been here on YouTube, that you don't all have the same birth chart. You're not born in the same city, country. You don't born on the same day. You're not all born on the same birth time. So your timing will be different. And many times what I said a year ago is happening now, and things I'm saying now will take a year to happen. But that's not the case for all of you. Some of you, this timing is as we're reading it now for May. And you know, after, you're going to have a whole new outlook on life, and things are going to start to come to you successfully, one after the other. Some of you may get a new job. Some of you may be even shining more brightly in a job or business that you currently work for or own, because you definitely have success here. And some of you are going to be like actually adjusting and living a new lifestyle, but it's not like I feel like your lifestyle is going to be worse. I feel like it's going to be better. So you may end up having nicer things, nicer home, nicer, I don't know, like, or it's just different. Maybe you're going to be moving. That could be here, but I don't know that it's on top of you. You may even go on some kind of travel to see someone. And some of you, that could be a friend or a close relative that lives at a distance. And I also feel that some of you may even travel to scout out, like maybe you want to live someplace else, or you're thinking you would like to move. So maybe not right this moment you don't want to move, or it's in your mind and you're thinking about it. So you may start traveling around and looking at different locations of where you could possibly move to. Some of you are going to be entertaining the idea of a new relationship. You may be on the brink of it. Even if you're already coupled now and you're like, you know, you would have to be unhappily coupled, or whether you're single. I feel some of you are on the brink of it. I don't know whether you're meeting this person in May, because they didn't really show up here. I don't feel the Emperor is that person. For some of you it could be, but it didn't come up that way. But you have to see how it plays out. So now I'm going to pull a crystal for you from this bag and see what would be a good stone for Sagittarius to work with in May. Ooh, so you got the same stone Aquarius got. You got natural jasper. This is natural jasper. It's kind of a weird looking nugget here. Okay, so let's see why my spirit guides say this would be a good stone for you for May. It's going to bring you peace, contentment, joy, harmony. It's going to make you feel like uplifted and buoyant. It's going to give you a buoyancy. It's going to also make you feel like a kind of calm, but almost more centered. It's going to bring you a more centered feeling. It's also going to give you like this sense of feeling like you're on a more even keel and feeling more even tempered. So it's going to temper down any, you know, if you look, you had the Five of Swords here. It doesn't mean you're going to have a fight, but you might have to, there might be some slight contention. So, you know, this would be a good stone for you. And this is also a stone that's going to help you let go of what you've been holding on to too long. And when I say work with it, I mean to put it on your forehead when you meditate, or your throat chakra, or your heart chakra, or keep it under your pillow when you're asleep, or carry it in your hand, or put it in your bra, or just have it around, especially when you have things going on where, like, you know, contentious things or stressful situations. And it's going to really help you release very strongly, release from some things that you've held on to tightly for too long. And this could be in a physical sense, physical objects and things, or emotional things. So very interesting. I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it's made sense. I want to thank you so much. As always, thank you for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And Sagittarius, if you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of May 2019, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the description area called the Show More section. And it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos. Also, I have 2 other links below this video that might be helpful to you. I recently recorded I did this, I don't know, like a year ago, maybe longer, past, present, and future reading. I did it again, this time using the very powerful and unique and interesting Osha Zen Tarot deck. I pulled 3 cards, one for past, one for present, one for future, and then I expanded each one of those cards by pulling an additional card for each one from the Osha Zen Tarot deck. So there's 6 cards in that reading. That link is also below this video. And the other link you might find interesting is the Jupiter in retrograde psychic tarot and crystal reading all together in one reading, where I pulled 2 cards from the Jane Lyle Renaissance Tarot deck, which was actually new to me, and then looked into my crystal on how Jupiter in retrograde will be affecting your sun sign. Also, you could look into your rising sign and moon sign to see how it's affecting them as well, if you're interested. And I thought those messages were really interesting because I never used that deck before. And as a psychic, using tarot, different decks do produce different energies and messages. It's still the same spirit guides, but they react differently to the cards. And the Jane Lyle deck was like bam, bam, bam. They got really right to it. And someday I'm going to use them on YouTube, and you'll see, because it was quite different. They were very different cards, but I did have a good reaction to them. My guides liked them, so hopefully you'll like those videos. So all of those videos the links are below, and they are also available on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the series of videos I have listed. You just pick the series you want, click on that sign, and it will take you to Vimeo, and that video on Vimeo. And I have to say, I started the ball rolling with that Vimeo. It took me quite a while to find a good site to use. When I finally found it, I started uploading videos and selling them back in 2015, August of 2015. And I looked at it the other day and I was like, wow, I have over 1,300 videos available on Vimeo, not to mention all the videos here on YouTube. So please be sure to check those out. There's probably something there that will give you some really interesting psychic messages and predictions, because many of the times when I do these videos, they go out for quite a distance of time, sometimes a year. I know when I did the past, present, and future videos, they were even talking about some of the things going to happen all the way as far as 2021. And if you would like to get psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my Facebook page, The Lucky Mermaid LLC. You can also follow me on my other business Facebook page, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on Instagram at @TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. I post psychic predictions on all of those. I look into my crystal. I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, make little videos. You won't see any of those predictions here on YouTube, so you really might want to check them out. So I wish you all an absolutely marvelous month of May, Sagittarius. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace. Happy May from me and Maxie Boy. He wanted to come up and give some love to his mother and all you great YouTubers out there. So happy May from me and Max.